Well, hello friends, welcome back to the channel Merly on Time Watch Reviews. I'm Chris and I unbox and review budget watches, and today I am doing the review of this fantastic Microbrand watch. This is the Surfer Wave Catcher GMT watch by Seaborn Watches. It has one of the most uniquely designed dials of any watch that I have ever seen. In fact, when I saw this watch on Instagram for the first time, I decided I had to get this watch, and so I contacted Brian, the owner of Seaborn Watch Company, and I asked him if he would give me a watch to review, and he has generously loaned me this watch to review for the channel, and I will be sending it back to him when this video is over, when I'm done producing the video. And also, Brian has done something very special for you. If you really like this watch, and I think lots of you will, there is a special discount code in the description of the video below, Merly40, to get you $40 off the purchase of this watch, an exclusive discount code just for the Merly on Time viewers. I don't get any kickbacks for this. It was just something that Brian wanted to do for you. And so I think that is awesome. And so thank you, Brian, for doing that. And so we are going to jump right into the up close and personal montage that I do of all of the watches that I review. Then I'll give you the basic specifications, what you get for the money. And then, of course, I will give you my likes and my gripes concerning this watch. So thank you so much for tuning back in. Please give me a like if you are watching the video. Like it right now. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Really helps to push the video out to more people to see. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you subscribe as well if you haven't done so yet already. So with that, thank you so much, everyone. Here it is, the Surfer Wave Catcher GMT up close and personal by So as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the up close and personal, and I think that you can see that this is definitely one of the most unique watches that you are going to find on the market today, and for that reason, I absolutely love it. I personally believe that Microbrand watches should be putting together watches like this that have a very unique design input into the watch, something that is well thought out. And this is one of those pieces. It's absolutely fantastic. And so what are you getting for this watch? Let's just go over the basic specs. The price is $437 US, but with the $40 off code, you can get this one for $397 using code MERLY40. You have a case size of 38 millimeters, a thickness of 13.5 millimeters. Your lug width is 18 millimeters. Your lug to lug is 45 millimeters. The movement in this watch is the Seiko NH34 GMT movement. My movement that I got in this particular watch is running at a fantastic +9 seconds per day fast, as I measured it over a period of a week. You're also getting a water resistance of 200 atmospheres, or 200 meters rather, 20 atmospheres. The case is 316L grade stainless steel, as well as the edge of the bezel. The bezel is one of the more unique features of this watch. And so as a GMT watch, it would normally have a list of cities around the bezel, but this one has a list of famous beaches around the world. And so I think that that is just a very cool and quirky design element on this watch. Of course, this is mimicking the look of a surfboard. All three colorways are surfboards that Brian, the owner, has either owned or seen personally. And so, the design on this watch is really what makes it stand out. I'll let you have a listen to the bezel. Action on the bezel is really, really good. There's no back play, really nice distinctive clicks, fairly tight, things line up. Now, how functional this will be for the average person who doesn't really know where some of these places are, but that's kind of the unique design element of this watch. You'll engage the watch actually and want to find out where some of these beaches in the world are. It's absolutely one of the coolest things that I have ever seen. I can't say enough about it. The brushing and finishing on the watch is done to a very nice standard. You can see there's some vertical brushing there. On the side profile of the case, you do have a screw down crown, a signed crown as well. Again, nice vertical brushing on the top part of that case. There is a little bit of a nice polish edge underneath that bezel. The tops are also brushed in a circular pattern following the bezel there. The strap that it comes with is, I'll just zoom out here, really nice grayish blue, at least for this colorway, silicone strap. You have a screwed down case back. It's screwed down, not screw down. Display case back, and you do have a nice little bit of an added touch with the Seaborn logo on the rotor there. It is the Seiko NH34 GMT movement, and so as such, when the crown is unthreaded and in the first position, it winds by turning the clock, or the crown, I should say, clockwise. One click out. Nice distinct click there. If you roll the crown back toward you counterclockwise, it will change the date wheel. Another feature on this is a nice colored date wheel to kind of match the some of the stripes along the dial itself. So that's a nice added touch. And then turning the crown the other way when it's clicked in the second position will move the GMT hand for you. As the GMT watch, it does have a chapter ring on the outside with the 24-hour markings on it, which is quite nice. And as we zoom into the dial to get a little bit more up close to it, you can see that it does have applied indices at the 12, the 3, and the 9. More about that in a minute. It looks like the ring around the outside of the dial, the 24-hour ring, is applied on top. And so underneath that, you have the rest of the dial with the stripes, Seaborn logo, and the Surfer Wavecatcher GMT printing all on the dial. And of course, you have a minute track going around that below the 24-hour ring. So yes, I am absolutely thrilled to be highlighting this watch to you. But We need to go into the likes and gripes about this watch. And so let me share that with you right now. So guys, I really only have a few gripes about this watch. Overall, I think it is a fantastic offering. And the first gripe is nothing but a complete personal preference, and that is the width of the band. It does have an 18 millimeter band, or 18 millimeter wide at the lugs. I prefer a 20 millimeter, and I think that this would have given the watch a little bit more wrist presence. The legibility is a little bit tricky on this one, and that's something that one of the viewers in the unboxing noticed as well. You do have applied indices at the 12, the 3, and the 9. And the trick with the legibility is the other 5-minute intervals are really kind of hard to catch. You can see at the number 2 there, the baton is a little bit longer than the rest, maybe a hair thicker, but personally, to make this even more legible, I would have liked to have seen applied indices everywhere, every 5-minute mark, with the exception maybe of the 6 o'clock because of the date wheel that is there. And that would have helped with the legibility of this watch. As it is a little trickier to read the minutes because of those issues that I just mentioned. And I would also say, and this is admittedly being a little bit nitpicky, but some more refinement on the hour and minute hand and the indices as well. You know, admittedly, I'm being a little bit nitpicky here, but close up, the finishing on these is a little rougher than I would like to see. Finely brushed or even polished would be better, in my honest opinion. And so with that, let's go to the likes. And the likes on this watch are, they're many. The silicone strap. I didn't know what I would think of a silicone strap. And this silicone strap is so comfortable. You don't even feel this watch on your wrist. It fits fantastic. The silicone strap that is provided is really wonderful. Brian did leave a note with me that there are some larger straps available. Now, I have a 7.5-inch wrist, and it fits up to the 3rd hole. If you have an 8-inch wrist, you are looking at probably the last hole. If you mention that to Brian when you purchase the watch, they do have some free straps that will be sent out as they are waiting for some of the larger straps to come in. The overall specifications of the watch are awesome. The NH34 automatic movement, sapphire crystal covering the dial, 200 meters of water resistance, 316L surgical grade stainless steel, and the brushed finish on the case and everywhere is really done to a good standard. The colored date wheel on the bottom is fantastic, matching up with the stripes on the dial. And of course, one of the best and unique features, and this is just a quirky thing, but it's just so cool, the bezel. The bezel action is fantastic, and the names of different beaches around the world fitting in with the rest of the design motif of this watch really just make it a cool feature to have. And again, one of a kind. I don't think you're going to find another watch like this on the market. The third like I have is the wearability. Brian has thoughtfully made a watch that will look great on any sized wrist. And the 38 millimeter case size does in fact wear, and I can attest to this in comparing it to other watches in my collection, it does wear like a 40 millimeter on the wrist. Oh my goodness, the lume on this watch is fantastic. And so let's jump into this lume shot right now. And we'll put up the lume spectrometer. Basically, the lume spectrometer, I try and give you an idea on the time-lapse video of what the lume is going to be like based on how long the lume lasts on the time-lapse. So on the Merley lume spectrometer, you can see that if it lasts 0 to 5 minutes, why bother? 5 to 10 minutes, nice try. 10 to 15, some lume there. 15 to 20, pretty good. 20 to 25, great lume. 25 minutes plus, bloody fantastic. So let's just zip through the time lapse of this loom, and you will see that this thing lasts over 25 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes. I usually do a time lapse video about 30 minutes long. So this has some bloody fantastic loom. So I've saved my final like and the best for last, and that is the design of the watch. The thought that went into making this watch is absolutely awesome. Brian, you did an amazing job. And I think this is what every microbrand owner should be doing, is putting something out there that is unique, something that you haven't seen before. And Brian wrote me a note, and I want to close with the words that he shared with me in this note. And he said this: Seaborn doesn't create watches for the masses. He goes on to say, our styles aren't for everyone. We are colorful, fun, maybe a bit weird. Those that love us really love us, and we get a lot of love and sales from the non-watch guy crowd. Sometimes the standard sub-style dive watch, white and black dials, etc. are enough for folks. That's cool, but our view is just different, and I never cater to, if I just built a white dial sub-clone, I can sell so many. I created this business first and foremost to cater to what I like and I want to see out there in the world. So far, we have always found a lot of people that like our watches as much as I do. And you know what? For that, Brian, I say 2 thumbs up and congratulations on a really excellent timepiece here. Again, everybody, if this is something that you love as much as I do, you can get your hands on one for $40 off by using code MERLY40 below. I really hope that I can get some sales for Brian, because I think this is a watch worthy of your collection. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, whenever you leave your house, you need to have a great looking piece to wear on your wrist, like the Surfer Wave Catcher GMT by Seaborn Watches. And remember, wherever you're going, you need to get there on time. God bless you all. We'll see you in the next video.